I want you to get mad.
I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad.
Hey, what's up, Yesterland fans? I'm Neal, and on today's episode of The Toys That Made Sense, we're going over a couple of those characters in the Wave 9 Masters of the Universe action figures. So I've got two in hand. The other two on the single cards that I'm talking about, I didn't pick up, and I'll go into those in a little bit, but we're going over today Montana and Pighead. Now, normally, you know, I would do this in a single card action figure review, if you will, but today I felt like I needed to do them both together because of what's the big fuss right now in this toy community and what's going around and the dissatisfaction with the cards and where they're originating from. So with that being said, I'm going to talk a little bit about the I guess distribution side of this, if you will, on what's going on in this market right now. So right now, Big Bad Toy Store is releasing these out, and I pre-ordered these. That's where I purchased mine from. And it was noticed immediately upon arrival to customers and collectors and all that was, hey, these things have, more, of a foreign language on them. What's going on? Are these coming from overseas? Are we getting these from Mexico? What's going on? And it just immediately started an uproar in the community. And there's pros and cons to it, right? But for me personally, as a collector, I think they're actually unique. So if I ever do find these an American release, okay, I'm going to pick them up as well. So I really don't care. I don't really understand what's the big old fuss about it. But I get if you are, let's say, an English only type of collector for your figures, you only want English, I get it. But I think it makes it kind of unique to add to the collection. So I'm going to dig into these here in a minute, so go ahead and grab your favorite beverage and snack, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, guys, so here we have it. We have two of the single carded figures, right, with the Wave 9 release. The other two single carded figures are He-Man and Skeletor, and we'll get into those in a second. But here's our cards. Let's get into them. Let's look at them up close. Let's see what we're looking at, and let's point out those things that I just talked about previously. So starting with Pighead. Pighead was a figure that I just really wanted to pick up to have his arch rival, obviously, to Sunman. So I wanted to have at least a bad guy figure, if you will, with my other Sunman. Now, I have no plans at this point to pick up the rest of the wave of the Sunman wave when they come out. I'll just have to wait and see and kind of play it by ear. But I did want to pick up Pighead. I do remember him as a kid, like I said, back in my Sunman videos. I remember seeing the Sunman toys on the aisle, but I just didn't understand it. I didn't get the backstory because obviously I was a kid, so I didn't know. But I do remember seeing the original Pighead, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to pick him up and add him to the collection. Now, right off the bat, we can see quality control here of the sticker placement on here is absolutely horrid. It's at an angle, but it's not a deal breaker for me. Moving in, we get the beautiful card. There's nothing changed in these cards. We do get the 40th anniversary of He-Man that we see up here in the top left-hand corner. We get the Mattel insignia down here in the bottom. And then we get our little, imprinted sticker, if you will, on the card. It says include comic, and then it goes into a foreign language. And I'm assuming, realistically, this is probably, I'm not going to even try. So I don't even want to be insultive because I don't know the language, so I don't want to speculate. But anyways, immediately when you look at the figure, I have a feeling is going to be the same figure as when we might see American release, writing and font on our cards, if you will. I don't think the character is going to change, if you will, in any way. Maybe there might be a little bit of color variation if these were made overseas and the American one. I don't know, right? We don't know yet. We haven't seen them, so we're just going to have to sit back and, you know, wait to see what happens. But anyways, I do notice immediately on the comic, though, most of the comics that are mentioned or put into these packs, we have some kind of story telling us what they are. And I noticed on these comics right away, there is nothing down there indicating what this comic is and what it's referencing, other than we see in the back it says Masters of the Universe. And then I see Sunman on it, I see He-Man, I see Skeletor, and it looks like Pigman down here in the bottom. I don't know who's centered. Now, I know I'm going to catch a lot of crap for this because people are going to be like, well, just take them out of the card, right? Get them out so we can see everything. That's really what an action figure toy review is. Go into the character. Everybody should know who I am by now in my channel. When it comes to my Masters of the Universe, Origins, that retro-looking figure type, I collect on card. I'm not doing it for value or worth eventually down the road. It's the art that I like. It's what I remember as a kid. Yes, I had them out of package and played with them, but this is what I like. And for me, it's an art of collecting. I don't care about the value of them. It's the card that I like, and at the end of the day, that's basically my style of collecting. So flipping him around, I don't want to beat that too much into the ground. We immediately notice on the back of this card, we get the graphic of Pighead here, and it looks like some kind of lizard, frog, I don't know, bird head kind of character. I don't know who that is. And then down here we get that imprinted sticker again, but we get it with some kind of, you know, foreign language. And again, I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to butcher this because I don't want to be offensive in any way to anybody else's language because I clearly don't know it. But we also notice up here on the top, there is no story telling us what's going on in this picture or if some kind of a background. And that's fine. To me, it opens up the picture, if you will, the graphic, the design, and we kind of can make our own conclusion of what's going on. We see this bright sun over here. Could that be Sunman coming at us? Is Pighead running away from him? Is this actually a good figure or character? Is he an evil character that's coming after Pighead? And then we get some kind of cauldron down here where maybe this figure came out of mystically, and it looks like we're in some kind of cave. So you can speculate what's going on here. And I've heard a lot of people just ripping on this because we don't have any writing on the back that tells us what this is. And I just think that's ridiculous. I think guys are being so over picky, especially us guys that are in our 40s, right? You guys just need to chill, accept what we're getting. And if we get later releases, and I'm going to get into this in a minute, maybe we'll get some kind of storytelling on the card. But to just bash this character or bash this line and Mattel screwing everything up, I think you guys are just fishing to find issues and problems with the line. And I know I sound like I'm a fanboy here, but that's not what this is. It has nothing to do about being a fanboy. It's like, enjoy what you get. If you enjoy it, accept it, embrace it, like it. If you freaking hate this, hate it. And I get it. You're allowed to speak on it as well and do everything that you want negatively about it. But you got to understand, do you really realize how you sound when you do that? And I know I'm going off on a rant here because at the end of the day, these are toys. That's all this is plastic toys that is triggering a memory of ours from our childhood that we enjoyed. And I hate to say it, guys, but guess what? We're 40-some-year-old nerds still buying toys and playing with plastic. So I just don't get it. Find the joy in what you love, man. I mean, to sit here and just rag all day long, you know what I mean? So enough of that. I don't want to get all fired up any further than I am. Let's get back to the characters. So we got Pighead here. There's really no need to tell us what's going on because he's got like a mace type, weapon. He's got a shield, and that's about it. he's using it to swing, going after Sunman, going after He-Man, Skeletor, however you want to let your imagination flow with it. We get He-Man on the back. It's this, the early 2000s He-Man that came out. Like I said, I really have no desire to get this He-Man. He does nothing for me. I have no attachment for me personally to that line, so I'm passing on that He-Man. But we do have Montana. He's back here. We get Pighead and we get Skeletor. And then we get all the writing and the legal mumble jumble. And then we get the noticeable different languages. Like this looks like this is in Arab. And at least I know that. Maybe this is in Spanish here. I don't know. I don't want to butcher it. We get the Mattel empowering the next generation through play. We get some different possible company affiliates that help with the distribution or the making of this. It looks like UK and Canada. Maybe these are French, Canadian type releases. I don't know. If you guys know, shoot it in the comments. Let me know, because I'm not going to speculate here. And then we get the barcode and all that good stuff. So guys, that's Pighead. Now, I'm not going to go down that line and point everything else out, but let's get into Montana. So Montana, excellent card as usual. Again, we get the different language. Now this one, for my Evil Horde sticker here, they got it pretty much spot on. It's nice and level, which I like. We get the Mattel insignia. And look at, guys, we get this Montana. He's got 4 legs. This is awesome. He's not the 2-legged Montana that we got when we were kids. So seen some guys doing some custom work, doing some added paint and touch up on them. They're knocking them out of the park. They look great. He's close to what I remember as a kid. Obviously, he's darker in the body tones and whatnot. But as soon as you look at it, guys, we know it's Montana, right? So, pretty cool. We can see he's got his 4 sets of legs in there. Going up, he's got that typical, the MOTU 5.5 inch body. I don't know which one this one is possibly molded after. The front part might be molded off after like Hordak or something like that. We get the chest piece with the Hordak emblem on there. I've seen some guys doing some touch-ups on them. They're great. Yellow belt, dark underwear, if you will, or bottom drawers and all that. And then we get all the different design inside the arms here of what Montana looked like. And then down on the feet, we get the Hordak red emblems. And like I said, I've seen guys doing little touch-ups, little hints of little white and stuff like that to bring it out, and also doing that on the mouth. Now, let's get to the head sculpt here. Head sculpt-wise is not bad looking. I get that Montana vibe. We know it's him. I just think the tooling maybe that went into the head, it just looks laxed, if you will. It doesn't look like they really went all that far into it. And far as his mouth, like I said, I've seen guys knocking these out to make them look more like teeth or something. But I've also seen it where it almost looks like the Silac pit from Return of the Jedi, where Boba Fett falls into. So, anyways, it's pretty cool. He's got the bloodshot eyes. We know how the mechanism works on this one. It's on the back of the head, so you can push the eyes up and down, because they wanted you to be able to pop these heads off and interchange them with other figures to go with that Origins theme and line. We get the same mini comic in it as we do in Pighead, and I'm sure in He-Man and all that. Flipping it around, yes, we don't get any type of story telling us what's going on in the picture, but we do get some awesome graphic design and artwork in there. So we got Grizzler back here, we got Hordak over here, we got maybe King Hiss back here. I think it is. I can't really tell. That might be him, just broken down. It's hard to tell. Or another Snake Man. We get Tongue Lashor. We get all this good stuff. We get Montana in there. He's like spraying this mystical eye beam or whatever out at the Snake Men. I love it that they're incorporating the Snake Men, because guess what? We're getting Snake Men next year. And what's so crazy and funny, I've been watching so much on it. That's all I dreamt about last night. For some reason, I was stuck in MOTU mode in my dreams, and I was dreaming about what, camouflage Cobra Khan's going to look like. And it was weird while I was doing it. But anyways, back to the review. We see how we work him back here on his head. It's real simple. Head pops off. He gets the crossbow, He-Man, Mantana, Pighead, Skeletor, all the legal mumble jumble, all the different foreign languages. And that's it, guys. That's the review. And I know this went a little long and it seemed like maybe I got a little irritated or angry in it. I didn't, but I'm just kind of pointing out the obvious here. They're plastic, they're toys. I get it for your art or whatever, but I'm one that I like things that are unique and different. And at the end of the day, I don't care that these were imported from another country, because we know they all come from China or somewhere like that overseas. We just get English versions for us Americans. I think this is kind of unique and cool that we got ones that have different languages on it and they don't have the storytelling. So anyways, with that being said, I wanted to touch base and kind of throw a cool shout out to Big Bad Toy Store. They normally send that bogus overabundance of card stock that looks kind of like a postcard and shows you all the different toys on there and whatnot. But now they're throwing in these stickers, and I thought that was kind of cool. So if you're a sticker buff, you're going to want to make sure you look through your box to make sure you get that sticker. So I thought that was pretty cool. So good job there, Big Bad Toy Store. And guys, other than that, you know the drill here. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. You can follow me all over Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and I am on Patreon. And if you feel like contributing or helping, everything's appreciated. Guys, as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in Yesterland.